So obviously we are here to help you on this transformative path to improve your own practice and to improve the practices of everybody in North Carolina, and hopefully that all of our students will be impacted in a positive way by National Board. So we are here to raise the teaching standards by investing in board certification and to spread the expertise of board certified teachers. So that expertise goes from your classroom to your neighbor's classroom to any student that you actually have contact with. So this process is research-based and valuable for many in and around you.
There are a lot of great things that come with National Board Certification. One, it definitely allows you to hone in on your craft and your practice. It puts your practice out there for analysis and examination, and it allows you to just be the best teacher that you can be. It provides opportunities for your advancing your career. Since I became an MBCT, the leadership opportunities that I have been amazing, and most of them have been through my association, through NCAE, but it does provide you with great opportunities to advance your career in ways that you would never have thought. An increased financial opportunity, and this just isn't during teaching. So I want, some people would say, well, I'm an early teacher, this is great, I can have this 12% throughout my teaching career. Well, for those of us who are seasoned and later in our career, well, why would I want to put all this work and time and effort in? Well, because once you become certified, that 12% differential impacts your retirement. So keeping in mind that is something that's really important, that differential is gonna stay with you, and it's gonna help you throughout retirement as well. And so National Board Certification allows you to gain a portable teaching license in many states, not in all, but it is a great opportunity for those of you that may be moving and changing locations. And also for completing the National Board process, you obtain a full CEU licensure requirements. It's worth 8 CEU. So board certified teachers, we impact our students. And we impact our students by deepening an understanding, by fostering a deeper understanding of our content, by improving student learning and achievement, and we also prepare future-ready students. The National Board helps you do all of these things. So if you know an MBCT, or if you are blessed to work in a school or a department full of MBCTs, you can see the difference. We build learning communities. We want to support each other. We want to collaborate. We want to use that, it takes a village mentality, and look at all of our students.
In order to be eligible for the loan, you must be paid entirely from state funds. And I'll be honest, when I was a teacher, when I was in the classroom, I assumed I was a state employee and I was paid by state funds. Well, guess what? That's not always the case, because school districts have various buckets of money, let's say, various buckets of funding, and they have flexibility in how they assign that funding. So it's actually possible that your salary is not paid entirely from state funds. So if you decide this afternoon you want to apply for state funding, which I would love for you to do that, and you complete the application and you receive an error message that states you are not paid entirely by state funds and therefore your application is denied, then you will need to reach out to your district office and ask them to change your funding source. 9 out of 10 times, it's an easy change at the district level. I work with candidates, probably 5 to 10 candidates a week, honestly. It's very, very common. So don't panic if you get that message. Your district can email me once the funding source has been changed, and I can manually go into the system and adjust your application, and we can move forward. So it is common to kind of reach some challenges with that piece. You must also have taught in North Carolina for at least 3 years, 3 full years. You must have a valid, clear, continuing license. You must not have received the funds earlier, and state funding is only available for first-time candidates. And you must be engaged in direct instruction for at least 70% of your time at school. So if you're a counselor or you're an instructional coach, for example, we've just got to make sure that that 70% requirement is met. If you have questions about that, again, you can reach out to your district office. Every district in our state has a district coordinator, and that district coordinator is an amazing resource for you. I work really closely with that group in our state. So if you're not sure who your district coordinator is, then you can always send me an email and I'll be happy to connect you with that coordinator.
So how does North Carolina support national board certification? Well, Katrina just talked about the loan, and so it's actually going to lend you the $1,900 for your assessment fee. There's also going to be, if you're eligible for the loan, there will be up to 3 days of professional paid leave. I want to talk about that though, because there is flexibility with certification now. It doesn't mean that if you choose to take 3 years to go through the process and certify it, you only get 3 days. So if you use your 3 days in your first year, then your 3 days are dried up. So just keep that in mind if you are using the flexibility and doing different components in different years. You may want to spread those out if you're eligible for the loan. Also, as I stated earlier, it does provide a full round of continuing education credits once you complete the certification. So again, if you are spreading out certification and you are choosing to be in multiple cycles, then you will not earn those 8 CEUs until you have actually submitted all of your components and completed the process. And last but not least, probably the most exciting in North Carolina, is we do get a 12% salary differential from our base salary. So when our salary increases, I know that doesn't happen a lot here, but when our salary increases, it's a differential. So it's 12% on top of whatever our base salary is. And again, that carries with you through retirement, right? Because you are adding all of that into your base, into your salary each and every year. And so when they're looking at those highest years paid, when you're getting ready to retire, or your last 4 or 5, or however that works, I'm not there yet. This makes a huge impact for you and your families. So we are very fortunate to have that in North Carolina, because not all states actually, some states don't do anything. So we are very, very fortunate, very blessed. So this loan is actually very reasonable. I don't know about you, but my car loan is not this reasonable, or certain things like that. So it is very reasonable and very manageable. The amount that's financed is the total $1,900. Your finance charges end up being $116, so your total payment is $2,016. Your loan will be deducted in 36 payments of $56 a piece, and that first deduction will begin 13 months after the funds are dispersed, and it will be drafted or deducted on the first day. I think some districts actually do, like, it's payroll deduction, so it will probably be out of that check, which we know we get paid on the last day of the month. So I'm not sure about that. Katrina, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Once the repayment period starts, then this $56 amount will be automatically taken out of your check, which is kind of nice because it's done for you. You don't have to remember to write a check or make a payment online.
So we do have flexibility. I think you've heard us talking about this a little bit this morning. You can complete the entire process in 1 year. However, it's not a requirement anymore. It's much more flexible, and you can take the pieces into your life that you can, that you can obtain and set those goals for yourself. But you have to make sure that you do complete all 4 of the components in 3 years. So the flexibility is you don't have to take them all at the same time, but you do have to complete all 4 in those 3 years, and you still have the opportunity for retakes. We have several in North Carolina. So we have Katrina on the call today. So she is our National Board Coordinator for the state of North Carolina, and she is housed at DPI. And this is her information if you need information around the loan or anything in that regards. We also have our NCAE MBCT Caucus Network, and we are here to help you and support you. And we have lots of great supports. We've had to, shift our game a little bit and move to the virtual realm as everyone else, but we are still here to support you. If you need information around support, you can find it on our website, but you can also reach out to Alice Hopkins. She is the staff affiliate at NCAE around that helps. She's our staff affiliate or liaison for the National Board support in North Carolina.
We do offer NCAE National Board Network does offer several different options for you to help you with your candidacy throughout the year. So we're here for you in the fall, in the spring, and even in the wintertime. So whatever your needs might be, we are here and available to help.
So here is some information that we do. We do a summer jumpstart, and we had a great webinar series this summer. I think we had over 100 candidates throughout that Jumpstart series this summer. We do a candidate subscription. If you are an NCAE member, then you are eligible for a candidate subscription. And what that is it gets you you get a virtual mentor, you can attend as many webinars, and you get a discount for our boot camp. And it is that virtual webinar will read, the virtual mentor will read for you and do things like that. So it is a membership has its benefits for sure, and it's a great opportunity. We do offer Fall 1 and Fall 2 sessions, and we will also be hosting Spring 1 and Spring 2. We just don't know what those will look like yet. I can do that Fall 1 and Fall 2 are virtual, and everything that we're doing throughout the remainder of the calendar year is in a virtual webinar setting as well. You can go to www.ncae.org to register for any of our sessions. Fall 1, I know I just did a session last weekend, and Fall 2 will be coming up here in November. So let me jump back here real quick.
November 7th and November 14th will be Fall 2, and they will cover components 2, 3, and 4.
Awesome. All right, so here are 2 resources that you want to always have in your brain or on your speed dial. So you want to make sure that you have the website. It is so chock full of resources and support around things, questions that you may have, and information that you may need. And then, as always, our magic number, as I like to call it, 1-800-22-TEACH. That is your direct line to National Board for questions, and they will be able to, you'll be able to speak to someone directly and get some information as needed.